Are you already starting to get a little stir crazy and your dog's making you bananas as the weather turns and it gets a little bit rainy and cold? I've got you covered. In this video, we're going to cover 5 indoor games that are going to help your dog be stimulated, blow off some steam, help you get in a couple of giggles, and create a wonderful, wonderful bond between you and your pup. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kate. I'm the founder of the Barkery, a dog bakery here in Lugano, Switzerland, where we specialize in healthy, nutritious dog treats that are going to make you feel so good giving them to your pup, and your pup is going to be so excited every time they hear that bag crinkle. Your dog's going to love them. You're going to love giving them to them. Check out our website, www.thebarkery.ch. So, little background. I have personally tried each of these games with the exception of one. I'll let you know which one that is when we get there. But this whole topic came to mind when we had a totally lazy day. It's raining, it's cold, it's been like that for a few days. And we have a 10-month-old pup named Chicho who actually was so good the day in question. He was so good. He napped with us all day. He chilled out. He was fine just going for a couple of quick walks to do his business. He was so good until he wasn't. And therein was the problem. At a certain point in the evening, he just lost it, just completely went bananas. He was biting us, play biting, pulling t-shirts and pulling pants, and started to chew on the sofa. And at one point, it all culminated as he was concentrating on eye contact with my husband and I, just peeing in the middle of our living room rug. So after the initial no, what are you doing? And kind of scolding him, we reflected a bit and realized that poor Chicho had had no stimulation, no way of burning off energy all day. And this is what happened. So these are the games that we tried that worked for us, and hopefully they'll work for you. The first game is hide and seek. Now, little caveat here is that your dog needs to know how to stay. Chicho does not know how to stay, but the game was still fun. It's your classic hide and seek. You get your dog to sit and stay, and then you go hide and you call your dog and he has to come find you. Now, this uses so many of their senses. It really helps them to burn off energy and it stimulates their brain. But your dog needs to know how to stay. Chicho would sit, which was great, but then he would follow me everywhere I went. So it resulted in a lot of squealing from me and laughing, and he just had a blast. His tail was wagging so hard, and he was pretty pooped afterwards because he was trying to figure out what I wanted. I didn't know how to get him to stay, and so it was a bit of an exhausting thing for both of us, which is actually what I wanted. So hide and seek is number one. The second one is your classic tug of war. You get a rope, get one of those rope toys. If you don't have that, you can use a sock with a knot tied at the end, an old pillowcase that's seen better days. But it's the classic, get your dog to take one side of it, you take the other, and you pull. And, I think that your dog loves this game. It's a good workout for you, and honestly, giggles are pretty much guaranteed. Now, the third game is my favorite. It's called the muffin tin game. Now, you're going to dust off that muffin tin that's been sitting in your cupboards, and what you're going to do is you're going to get something to cover it. I used tennis balls, for example. I've got a bajillion of them lying around the house. You're going to put a couple of treats. You're not going to fill all of the tins with treats. You're going to put just a couple, and you're going to put balls, especially on the ones that are covered, and you're going to put some balls on empty tins. Now, the goal is your pup has to sniff out where the treats are and figure out how to get to the treat underneath. This is going to have just steam coming out of their ears as they try to figure out all of these steps, which is what you want. It is so wonderful. They are going to look for some collaboration from you, probably. Like Chicho, when he did this game, is so lazy. He immediately had figured out the game and was like, yeah, no, you're taking this tennis ball off. So, it requires a lot of bonding and encouraging him to, come on, Chicho, you can do it, you can do it. And eventually he did. But we spent about 15 minutes playing this game. He loved it, had so much fun. When I brought out the muffin tin afterwards, he got all excited and couldn't wait to play the game. So this is, for me, absolute winner. That brings us to game number 4, which is the bubble game. Now, the critical thing here is that you get bubbles that are dog friendly. I am going to give you a link for a recipe online down in the description that is going to tell you what works for dogs. It's absolutely critical that it be dog friendly. I haven't been able to play this game. The recipe is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but I don't have any bubbles. My kids now are out of bubble phase, so we'll have to get more. I'll have to get another container of bubbles and I'll let you know how the game goes. But this I would really recommend playing if you've got a patio, a terrace, a balcony, some space outside where you can play, because I just foresee this being a little bit messy. But I can imagine dogs just going nuts. Like I said, I haven't played it yet, but I'm absolutely certain that Chicho will have a blast. And if you've got kids in the mix as well, bonus, because they're all going to wear each other out. So the last game is an adaptation of a human game, our shell game. It's called the 3-cup game. So you can get 3 paper cups, show your dog putting a treat under one of the cups, turn it upside down, and then mix it around. Your dog then has to figure out where the treat is and how to get to the treat under the cup. This will take a minute or two. Their little brains are going to be firing like crazy trying to figure it out. And it's a great, great game. They may look to you for help. Go ahead and help them if they're looking. You don't want them to be demoralized from it, but you want them to really kind of figure it out. So those are the 5 games. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Chicho, whenever we play these games, he gets pretty amped. And when I'm done playing with the game, he is pretty much just getting started and tends to get a case of the post-game zoomies. So I really recommend using the calming chamomile dog treats while you play these games. They are made with coconut flour, so it's really easy. They're really easy to digest, which is really important when you are playing with an excited dog. They might get a little bit too excited with other treats and it might give them a little bit of tummy troubles. So these are made with coconut flour, coconut oil, and I've got the super zen team of chamomile and hemp seeds that are gonna help soothe your dog and get them to calm down a little bit. In addition, to make them as nutritious as possible, and they actually are really very pretty and smell divine, I add beetroot, goji berries, and applesauce to make just the most delicious, beautiful, healthy dog treats imaginable. I will add a link down below in the description. The calming chamomile dog treats are pretty much a guarantee that your dog will love them, and they will have a nice calming effect. So after the game is done, your dog will take a nice nap and you can do what you need to do. So make sure, if you have liked this video, to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you will be notified whenever new videos hit. And thank you so much for watching. Here at the Barkery, we really try to focus on your dog's health and well-being, and all of my videos are geared towards that, whether it's nutritional or behavioral information. I always try to give little tips and tricks. So if there's ever anything that you want me to discuss or talk about, please feel free to leave a comment. I'm more than happy to do a deep dive on the info. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I hope you give little belly rubs to your sweet pup. Thank you.